Hey there and welcome to a new video. In today's video, we will see a not so commonly used SQL function. For that, we are going to solve this question, that is generate all possible combination of grouping for the result set. So that is the overall glimpse. And for that I have created a table called as cube underscore sales. First let us query the table and then let us go through the question and see how we can use the function to optimize our query and also to make the query a lot so smaller than the normal way in which we write the query to get the same result. Let me execute this statement and let us see the table. Execute. And we have the table called cube underscore sales with product column, region column and sales amount. Now we want to get the total sales for each product, region and combination of product and region and also the total with respect to product and region in the final result. So the expected result will look like this, where we have product, region and total sales, and this will be a combination of all these result. So here you can see the first table contain the combination of product and region and total sales. So here is the input table and here is the combination of product A, region north and this is the total sales. Similarly product B, region north and total sales. Similarly we have combination of product A, B along with region south and what is the total sales. Now coming down we can see that here is the subtotal for product A and product B. Here region is coming as null. So this is the total with respect to each product A and B. And when we go through the input table, we can see that corresponding to product A, we have sales amount 100 and 150. And in this table, we have total sales 250 corresponding to product A, which is the total of 100 and 150. And coming down corresponding to product B, we have 450. That is total of 200 plus 250. And now coming to the third table, we can see that here corresponding to region, what is the total sales? The product column is null in this table, but for region, what is the total sales we are getting in the third table? So for north, we can see that the sales amount is 100 and 200. So 100 plus 200, which will give us 300. That will be the total sales corresponding to north region. Then coming to south region, here the sales amount is 150 plus 200, which will give us 400. And finally, we have the fourth table, which will be the total sales. Irrespective of the product or region, this is the total sum of sales amount from the input table. That is 100 plus 150 plus 200 plus 250, which will give us 700. And this is the combination of all the four tables which we now went through. These four tables. Now let us go back to SSMS and see how we can obtain the result using the normal method. And then we can see how we can obtain the same result in a very optimized manner using a simple function. So here I have already written the query because this is a pretty simple query, and here the main thing we are using is an aggregate function, group by clause and union. So here the first query will give us total sales with respect to each product region combination. Here is the aggregate function sum of sales, which will give us total sales with respect to each product and region. And here we wrote a group by also based on product and region. Now execute and we will see the first table. So here is the result, that is combination of product and region along with total sales. Now coming to the second table, we can see that here we have product column, but region will be always considered as null. And we are using the aggregate function sum and taking the total sales with respect to each product. And group by will be based on product. Execute and we have the total sales with respect to each product. But additionally, we have created a column called as region with value null, so that when we later union the result, we won't be getting any error. So here we have total sales with respect to product as 250 and 450. Now going down, this is the third table, which will give us total sales with respect to region. So here the product will be considered as null, but we have region which is taken from the cube sales table, and we are using the aggregate function sum for sales amount to get the total sales with respect to region. Now execute product column, region column and total sales. Here also we have an additional product column so that we won't be getting any error when we use the union all clause. So corresponding to north we have 300 and corresponding to south we have 400 as total sales. Now we have the final table which will give us the total sales irrespective of product or region. Execute and here both product and region will be null. but this will be the total sales irrespective of whatever the product or region, that is grand total sales. Now we have individual results calculated using each of the small 4 queries. Now we will execute this all together along with union all close. So in between the small queries, I have placed union all close. So we have 3 union all close. And now I am going to execute this. And we will get the result which we earlier saw in Excel. Execute. And this is the result which we are trying to obtain. So now instead of writing this lengthy query, what we can do is we can make use of a simple function to get the result. And this process will become more complex when we have more number of column. So instead of writing all the 4 small queries, what we will do is we will write a select, and now what we will write is we will write product, comma, and the second column which we require is region, comma. Now we will write sum of sales amount. So that is the column which is available in the table, that is sales amount, which will give us total underscore sales, and this is taken from the table cube underscore sales. And now we are going to make use of the group by clause along with a function called cube. Now group by cube, open and close parenthesis, and within the parenthesis we will specify the column names, that is product, comma, region. Now execute and let us see what is the result we are getting. Execute. Now we have obtained a result which is similar to the result we have obtained previously using the lengthy query. Now let us compare this result with what we have expected. Let us copy this. Let us compare it with what we have already created in Excel. So we can see that we have obtained the same result. So we have product column, region column, total sales, and all the values are equal when we compare it with the expected result. And here we can see product A, B, then we have a null column, then we have product null, and corresponding to that we have region north, which will give us total sales with respect to that particular region. Similarly, coming down we have product null, and here we have region south, which will give us total sales with respect to south region, and this will give us grand total, that is null null. Corresponding to that we have value 700, which is the grand total sales. And coming down, this is the subtotal with respect to product, that is corresponding to product A what is the total sales, and corresponding to product B what is the total sales. And when we compare these two table, we have the same expected output obtained using a simple function which is the cube function. And this method will be very handy when we are writing very lengthy queries. And for you to practice this method, the table which I have used will be available in the description. Hope you like this video. Thanks for watching and subscribe for more.